But first, there's something seriously weird about the ABC. Its staff is in revolt and could even force our national broadcaster to go even more to the left. And you're paying for it. Now, this trouble started with the sacking last month of film presenter Antoinette Lattouf, hired to do radio in Sydney over Christmas. Now, I'm amazed that Lattouf was hired at all because she identifies as Lebanese Australian and was posting a stream of anti-Israel stuff on social media. You take her first Instagram posting on the wall after Hamas terrorists slaughtered 1,200 Jews, raped many women, kidnapped even children. Lattouf posted a clip essentially saying, well, oh, not good, but this is what Israel will get for being so terrible.
You can and should speak out against the occupation because that is the root of all of this. And unless that comes to an end, the bloodshed will continue.
Oh, it's Israel, not Hamas. Anyway, now some ABC bosses must have thought there's a risk here, so told Lattouf, no more posting on social media on controversial topics while you're with us. And yet, she still posted things on Israel, like this link to a report by Human Rights Watch accusing Israel of using starvation of Palestinians as a weapon. Anyway, she was sacked. Now suing the ABC for unfair dismissal, even claiming it's racist, sacking a poor coloured girl, would you believe? Saying it's disheartening to not only witness the horrendous treatment of people of colour by the ABC over the years, but now to personally and so publicly feel its wrath. The ABC says it's nonsense. It just sacked her for posting on social media when she'd been told not to. But this playing of the race card by an anti-Israel activist worked a treat with the very woke ABC staff, who posed for a picture of themselves protesting against their wickedly racist bosses. Their union had another meeting today to discuss their cultural safety. You got to think cultural safety? It's like these bozos assume that, of course, all ABC staff of Middle Eastern background must be anti-Israel and must be allowed to say so on the ABC. Identity politics is poison. This revolt today spilled out onto the ABC's airwaves this morning. Its Radio National breakfast show gave an almost uninterrupted 13 minutes to a former head of Human Rights Watch, whose report Lattouf had retweeted, to blast the ABC and smear Israel. Here he is, Kenneth Roth.
It was a completely factual, uncontroversial report. Is ABC really willing to stand up to pressure not to criticize Israel?
What trickery, and unchallenged by the ABC presenter. It is false that Lattouf was sacked for criticising Israel. Sacked for disobeying instructions to stop posting stuff. It's also a fact that false that this report she linked to was completely factual and not controversial at all. In fact, Human Rights Watch has been blasting Israel for years, and one of its senior editors even quit last year, complaining it was biased as all get out. She said Human Rights Watch's initial reactions to the Hamas attacks failed to condemn outright the murder, torture and kidnapping of Israeli men, women and children. Its initial response was the fruition of years of politicisation of its Israel-Palestine work. And some claims in its report are wild exaggerations, like, Israel depriving Palestinians of water. And, quite indispensable to their survival, the report said. In fact, Israel only supplied Gaza at any time with 13% of its water, and not one person in Gaza died of dehydration. But the ABC management does now face a challenge. Its coverage was already quite anti-Israel. But will it now give in and let its staff go in even harder, especially staff with Middle Eastern or Muslim backgrounds? And especially now with the pro-Palestinian government in Canberra watching. I ask because several staff have now played that same race card against it, including another Lebanese Australian journalist, Nour Haydar, who quit the ABC last week saying it doesn't support culturally diverse staff and its coverage of the war was terrible. The ABC last year already publicly apologised for the racism supposedly in its newsrooms. So watch out. You may think the ABC is biased enough already. It could get even worse.